Hello, everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Friday. Welcome back to the stream. Upright streamer. Relax streamer. Both modes ready to go. Good morning. I was looking over my login screen today and I was thinking, that's a lot of characters that are sitting on the Isle of Dinosaurs, giants, etc. The Isle of Dinosaurs that no longer need to be here. They don't need to be in Pandaria at all, and it's good timing because quite a few of them were running out of bonus rolls. So, they need a new adventure. They need something else. This one, anyways, needs to level. Season 1 is not over yet. And I've done my Mythic Plus goals, and I've done my raid goals. I haven't even looked at PvP, and I would like to at least do enough to get the Vicious Mount, and I would love to do it not all in 2 days at the last minute. Because this character's not even level 70 yet, which is like a prerequisite or something. So that's one thing that I can look into. Am I no, I'm feral. I'm a feral spec right now? That's bizarre. I must have been leveling as feral. So that's one thing. Another thing that I kind of have on the go is this Phoenix parts grind. I was getting ash and different things for the Wishwing Phoenix. I haven't begun Ungaro Crater. And I'm 2, maybe 3, let me check. I think I might have logged on and gotten one more of the 10 ash from the cookpots and Spires of Iraq, but I'm nowhere close to 10. I had a dream about it. Last night, I dreamed that they started spawning much more quickly. No, I'm still at 2. I thought I had 3. I did not. I must have dreamed that. I have 2. So, evidently that dream did not come true. Ungaro was rough. Love your starting screen. Engage Cricket Trip. All Bliss has said is they will respect the D4 launch in early June. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, but it's going to be here before, like, April is, tomorrow. April is extremely soon. So, yeah, I'll do rares for sure. There's, good, okay. April's soon. And then after April comes May. So it's not like I have endless amounts of time. There's also, have I done flow? I'm pretty sure I did flow. I think I got flow. Yeah, I have flow, so I don't need that pet. There's any number of things in the Forbidden Reach that I still need. There's a number of pets that drop off of rares that I'm going to want to do. That's something that can be done kind of a little bit whenever. I don't think it's going to be massively harder to do the Forbidden Reach rares to farm pets after 10.1 comes out. It'll be harder to want to because there's going to be more stuff going on. But I think what I need to do now, because I'm just in between so many different goals, is I just need to think through what has the earliest, look through the proverbial fridge of my WoW account and figure out what milk's expiring first. Primalist event for Snail Goo in 50 minutes. Wrote my first pet battle script. Was easy using a prior one as a template. Oh, nice. I think there's some kind of tool that you can use to help generate the scripts on Zufu. I'm not 100%, but let me poke around for a second. If you didn't want to write them from scratch. I think there's, and I'm not just talking about importing scripts other people have made. Tools. What am I thinking of? I haven't specifically done it. Oh. Wow, they have other tools I've never heard of. Pet Magpie is a search tool for the auction house useful for pet collectors and traders. Shows the best prices for pets missing from your collection. Supports trading across multiple realms. Crazy. Okay. That's not what I wanted. What else? What is Owl Sim? Owl Sim. Pet Battle Simulator. That's crazy. There's a pet battle simulator. I've never seen that either. That's cool. And then I thought that there was a maybe I'm just losing it. Maybe it was a guide. Writing pet battle scripts. Requirements, install the add-on. Add-on selects a thing. So the easiest way to write a script is when you're doing a pet battle with the team previously saved, open rematch, right click over the team, select write script, During the battle, it's possible to write a script using the autocomplete feature. I've never done this, but it sounds like you can kind of just run the battle and have it record that into a script. But it's got a lot of it's fancier than me, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. Oh, hang on, reopen that tab. I just want to drop that link in case anybody wanted it. That one there. Follow that. Yeah, perfect. Okay, good. Just making sure. Okay, so there's a rare. Of course there's rares. There's always rares. What do I need the rares for? I need the rares for the elemental overflow. I'm collecting that because I want a mount. That's also something that I can kind of do whenever. One thing that I cannot do whenever is Primal Fury, which is up. So maybe I'll after I do this, I'll go back and do Primal Fury because I need the pet, and I don't know if I'm gonna do the toy. It's 70. You'd have to. I mean, I guess it's only at that point you're running the event back like 8 times to get the toy after all said and done. But I don't know, man. It's not that bad to do. I just need to keep catching it, and it's oh, maybe it is that bad. Dark Enforcer, thank you for the 32-month resub. Very much appreciated. And Millie Lynn with a 40-month resub. Thank you, Millie. You can do it. I want to show you, after I kill this rare, I want to show you what I got yesterday off stream. Wolf Cloud Chaser, thank you for the 2-month resub. My contribution to the House and Pup Fund. Aw, shucks. Amazon Prime Bear is a thing that happened after the stream? No, it's not. What do you mean? It was all through the stream. It happened during the stream. I had a moment where I was like, they're giving out the Blizzard Bear. They're not giving out the Blizzard Bear. They're giving out the Battle Bear. And I was in crisis because I didn't have Prime myself. Hypocrite. I didn't have Prime myself, and I couldn't decide if it was worth getting it for the bear. But then I was like, oh, phew. I already have this particular bear because I had it from when I was buying TCG mounts. But then there was that Amazon tweet that indicates that they're going to be releasing 12, like a whole year's worth of things at one new WoW reward every month. And I don't know what the odds are that I have all of them. So I guess I'm just going to keep an eye on it. I guess that's true. It also happened after stream. I suppose you could make that case. Anyways, the thing I wanted to show you. The Horn Strider. I may not be finished with Primal Fury, but I did make it to 150 and I got this bad boy. Finished the Wishwing pet, debating possibly selling it, farming another one. Oh man, I wonder what it would be worth. One every month, not enough for me to get Amazon Prime. Yeah, I think that if you're just looking at it for WoW mounts, it's kind of a bad, it's not quite the deal. But if you're using it for anything else, they're very good at separating people from their dollars, I say, as somebody who gets paid by them. I want to go do Primal Fury. That's what I want to do, because I got 10 of these, and I need more, because there's a pet. The pet's like, 105, 110? It's a Vorquin full. It's just a recolor of, like, the other Vorquin fulls. There's, like, this one, and then, wow, you can get it in kind of green, but it's going to take 105 of those things. But it's the only way to get it, and it's not going to get any easier after the patch is over, so I'm going to go do it. I'm going to do it. Averaging 3.7 mil. Is that worth it to you? If you have Amazon Prime, you get a free monthly sub to a Twitch streamer of your choice. This is true. I mean, I can't rail against it too hard. I used Prime shipping for years. I still have Prime auto deliver me my cat food. It's just I canceled my Prime and the cat food keeps showing up, so I'm assuming it's fine. Prime and Prime Video and Prime Music and probably something in Audible. Pre-Prime subs your favorite streamer. Those things are all true. I'm gonna get on a flight path. I love Prime delivery. Yeah, it's very, very convenient. And at first when I moved back to the island, it wasn't as convenient because I went from same day shipping to like a week shipping. But then like in the last year, it got a lot faster here. And on one hand, extremely convenient. On the other hand, it makes maybe a little too convenient. Maybe it makes it a little too easy to buy things without, you know, it's a bit, of course you can still be a responsible consumer and exercise your financial, wisdom and stuff, but you know, they sure make it easy. something Prime Fury. Although they have saved my butt a couple of times when I needed just like a cable or something to get like my desk setup working again. It was always display cables. There was always something weird about connecting, like between the cameras and the monitors and the computers and the devices that interface between all of those things. There was always some cable that was like not the right cable or not the right length of cable, or like something was always on the fritz. I can't imagine how much impulse purchases have increased by the ease of internet purchasing. Especially, yeah, it's just a real easy way to get that dopamine shopping hit, and it's just so seamless that you don't get as many opportunities to talk yourself out of it as you used to. I not a ton of Amazon shopping recently, but I am a sucker for online shopping for clothing, and what I end up doing to try to restrain myself is I will look, and this is a trap, it's bait, it's a terrible idea, but I'll look and I'll just like wish list things. And then if I know that I shouldn't buy it, I just read reviews until the reviews talk me out of it. Because if you read enough reviews, the reviews will talk you out of it. I'm getting pretty good at that. I'm looking for a Storm's Fury group. War mode off, I'm assuming. Because if I've learned anything, it's that this is not a good idea to do by yourself. It's possible, especially if there's other people in the zone, but it is much easier if, even though we're going back here. I do like these rares. I don't know why. Just because they're rares, because they're easy, because I can nuke them. Because you don't have so much health. You've got like half the health of a Forbidden Reach rare. And they drop Elemental Overflow. And they drop... I don't know. I got a Dragon Shard of Knowledge one time, I think. Not that that matters wildly to me. I haven't turned in my Dragon Shards of Knowledge. I'm kind of half-heartedly getting my alchemy, like, rounded out on the assumption that maybe profits will change later, or I'll just get less bored of it and want to craft things again to sell them. Are you killing my rares? I'm killing your rares. This is the way I see it. This is my rare. I'm in front of it. I press the buttons. I got some Primalist Leather Spaulders and a 382 ring. I do not need that. What I need is I need to get to a actual, I need to get myself to a portal so I can be helping. Probably very helpful in college in the middle of nowhere, Maine. Yeah, there's definitely some things that, especially when I was setting up my desk again, but there's some things that are just like difficult to find locally, especially if you live in a bit of a smaller town, and that Amazon makes it half reasonable to actually get a hold of. I want to just set up camp at one of these portals. I used to fly around to all of them to help the active ones, and now I just pick a portal and then I just stay there. I just trust that there's other people that are working on the other portals, because someone's got to guard it anyways. So I'm just gonna park my dragon hiney here. Have a lovely day, Hazel and chat. Have a lovely day, Allison. How do you feel about getting a significant number of mountain farmers to shave their heads? Obviously, that's what you got in 3 months within a week. Oh man, I was at my desk doing things anyways, and I was going through all my files and I was trying to get organized, and I realized I hadn't posted a mount drop since Shaw, and I'm like, I've had 3 mount drops since then. I'm just gonna chuck them all out there because I figured you're either gonna do it now or you're never gonna do it. And I didn't want to never do it, especially like it feels like it's less obnoxious to post a YouTube short of something like that. Like I always felt a little bit awkward about posting like a widescreen regular YouTube video that's like 45 seconds long and it's just me going, yay! But it makes more sense as a short, and I feel like maybe it'll harass people's like feeds less. I don't know if it actually harasses their feeds less, but hopefully it makes its way to where it belongs. I am sometimes curious, and I don't think I'll ever know the actual number, but I am curious if anybody else, after having, oh hi kitty cat, if any person on this earth, after having either witnessed my my lawnmower head or heard me talk about my lawnmower head, has also shaved their head. I want to know how many people I've balded throughout the world. I'll never find out. I'm hoping it's more than one. I'm hoping that it's, or more than zero. I'm hoping it's a non-zero figure. And I'm hoping that whoever also shaved their head loves it as much as I do. Breaking bald, precisely. Should get into TikTok. Oh, man. I think that it would be... I think that I could blow up and be absolutely TikTok famous, and it would still be a net negative for my overall life, because I'm assuming I would need to watch TikTok to have any understanding of what's going on or works on that platform. That's how I got into YouTube, was I'd seen so much ungodly amounts of YouTube that I had some reasonable idea of what style of videos and what type of titles and what type of whatever works. And I think that as soon as I actually start watching TikTok and get a For You page that is algorithmically serving me content that I'm engaged in, I'm never going to live a functional life again. I have a really hard time controlling my intake of content already. And from what I understand, TikTok for a lot of people is addictive and harmful to their attention spans. And mine are both already in the gutter. I have no virtues to speak of in either of those categories. The last thing I need is like, it's like it's like a new drug that I do not need. And I know myself well enough to know that. So I think it's probably like I can post a short onto YouTube because, and if it doesn't work, then it's whatever. It's no hair off my back. I'm not wildly embarrassed if I post a video that doesn't get very many views. I used to be, and I got over that. But I'm not like, scrolling YouTube shorts. Oh, I said I wasn't going to leave a portal, and then I left a portal. I'm a liar. Phoenix pieces mount heart something? Not a mount, a pet. The wish wing. It's not in the journal. There's a... I should bookmark the Wowhead article to link to people. I don't have it handy right now. Furry Forever, thank you very much for the 9-month resub. 9 months, woo! Purchase my own clippers to touch up my undercut. It's just such a satisfying feeling. I continued to be dedicated to my shaved undercut that I've been rocking for 6+ years now. TikTok's quite addictive. Semi-bald solidarity. Semi-baldies unite. They fix it in the journal? Is it still hidden until you get it? Or I guess I can find this out for myself. No, it's in the journal. There we go. Maybe they wanted it to be hidden in the journal, and then once people started getting it, they were like, oh, geez, it's hidden for everybody, even if they get it, and now they fixed that. Tale of the Phoenix, Waking Assurance. Yeah. Yeah, it's the Phoenix Wish Wing. Video gets 120 views. Ironic. Oh, man. On one hand, over the years, I've done a really big 180 in how much... These portals are not going anywhere. Over the years, I've done a really big 180. Hi, sweetheart. In terms of how much attention and how I pay to my analytics, specifically YouTube analytics and view numbers and whatnot. And how closely engaged I am to that. Where are they? Maybe, I don't know. I'm just going to stand right here. Scarlar, thank you for the 19-month resub. Appreciate it. But in my younger years, I was very aware of it. I used to get an email every single time somebody would subscribe to my YouTube channel, which was not a paid thing, just like a follow. Every time I got a new follow, I would get an email. I would wake up first thing in the morning. I would pull my iPad out from the side of the bed where I dropped it the night before. I would check my email, and I'd be like, oh boy, I got 2 new subscribers. And that would be like, it would carry me through the whole day. And then I would go make five more videos because I was full of energy and not yet all crunkly and tired like I am now. And I would have like a real emotional roller coaster that I think a lot of creators go through, where they will be very invested in how everything performs, and they'll have like passion projects that they'll put a lot of time into. They'll be like, this is a really great video. And then when it underperforms, or it does more poorly than some video that was just like a throwaway meme thing that they put 0 effort into, it can get really discouraging. And you can really end up being so tuned into the trends and into what's going to hit in the algorithm that you end up not making anything that you like anymore. And people can kind of sniff that. And I was really afraid of that. So over time, I kind of stepped back and I stopped looking. I stopped tracking my sub numbers. I stopped tracking my view numbers. I still had like goals, but I never found out if I hit my goals because I would never check. Because once I started to not check for a little bit, I just never wanted to check like at all. And now I'm in this place where I am pretty happy overall. I'm quite content. I feel like I can make pretty much anything in any manner that I want to. I don't do it very often, which needs work, but I'm happy with the things that I put out. I don't feel like I'm putting out stuff just for the sake of doing something. But on the other hand, I don't think the numbers are so good, and I haven't checked, but I feel like if I really wanted to buckle down and grow, which would be a nice thing for me to do if I wanted to save up for the aforementioned house and pup dream, I might need to actually look again, and there might be some hard truths in there, because I think the internet might have changed in the last 10 years. Yeah, I used to do more market research. Gratsoon Dosti yesterday. Wasn't able to welcome you to the club as I wasn't able to type then. Oh, thanks, Bug. Fear of making content in anything outside of WoW. Yeah. It's, yeah. There's also, like, there's the worrying that the numbers will underperform part of it, and there's also the worry that you're about, like, comments and specific feedback from individual people being really negative. And I've gotten a little bit more inured to the feedback one because I just don't seek out feedback unless there's something that I'm trying to change, which is almost never because I haven't really made enough content that I'm like, this isn't working. I haven't made enough content to be like, well, this thing needs a change. And then you look at feedback to kind of figure out what it is that you need to do differently. I never make it to that part because I never make enough stuff to figure out whether or not it's working. That's always been my problem, is I just can't, or not can't, but I have not been putting out enough content to even figure out what my plan is, let alone refine my plan, which is where the role of feedback comes in. So it doesn't hurt my feelings quite as much when I get harsh comments because, well, first of all, people are really nice to me online. I don't really know why. It's very kind of them. But also, I don't see it for the most part. And every now and then on my dashboard, YouTube decides to like surface comments and show them to me. And every now and then they pick like a pretty harsh one. And I don't like it when they do that because it'll stick in my head for ages because I just haven't been reading them. And somebody will say something along the lines of, oh, here she goes reading the dungeon journal again. And because that is basically what my raid guides are. And it'll just like stick in my head. Like somebody once said I spoke like a newscaster and it was really boring. And they said this probably 8 years ago. And I still remember. We finally, this one, well, it's down, but it's not out. I'm staying right here. Hazel, it's my birthday. Happy birthday, Lord Haji. Always room for growth if you want it. Yeah, I do want it. I do want it. I'm doing a bit better recently, although I'm always saying that. I'm always saying that. It's life. You have ups and downs. You have them every month. I have them through most weeks. I'm doing okay. Just now noticed kitty. Cat Percy's turning 2 tomorrow. Happy early birthday to your kitty cat. Grandson's birthday at 2. Happy birthday to your grandson. Question is not do you want it? The question is do you want it enough to actually do it? I think the question is a little more complicated than that. I've torn myself to pieces with that logic for a long time. And sometimes, and it's hard to understand when it's not your brain, sometimes it really just isn't that simple. Sometimes no amount of wanting to do something is going to give you the executive function that you need to do it. And that's kind of a hard truth to swallow when you've believed otherwise your whole life. There are a lot of things that you can do that are sort of separate to the thing that you wanted to do that can help give you more presence and more control and more lucidity and more control over what you're actually doing and how you're spending your time. I've found exercise, nutrition, and mindfulness to be all very useful at kind of giving me more gas in the doing things tank. But if I don't have it, there's nothing short of an emergency or a gun to my head's going to get me to do it. It's not because I don't want it. Mm. Shucks, guys. I do appreciate that you can do quite nicely online in like a middle range. I used to think that you were either super famous or you were a total flop and that there was no middle ground. Like I would look at people that were kind of doing medium and I'd be like, this is missed potential. I was very judgmental internally. I would never say those things, but I would it's very easy to watch what somebody else is doing and then to pick it to pieces and to think, well, if you did these things differently, if you did these things differently, then you could be great. Because like this fantasy in content creation is you're going to have these like absolute superstars that just make ludicrous amounts of money and have all of this influence and are able to, it from the outside, it looks like they're just chasing their dreams. They're doing whatever they want. They're, popular and well liked and funny. And like, it's very desirable to want to be in that position. And over time, I think I have devalued that to some, oh, the monster's up. I need to go kill the monster. Over time, I have devalued that because I've come to realize that, not all of those people are wildly happy, or, infallible or even profitable. It's a very individual thing. And then secondly, just because your stream's not on the top of the page doesn't mean that you can't pay your rent. There's a medium area that I think I'm quite fond of where you're not like so famous that, your life is like irrevocably changed and ruined and you can't do normal people things and you have like, multiple ongoing stalkers at any given time. But you're famous enough that you feel like I'm in this really privileged spot where I feel like if I get my life together or my mental health or whatever it is, if I get myself together and I make something, someone's going to watch it. It maybe won't get as much reach initially as if I had been keeping up like a much bigger audience. But enough people will remember me fondly enough to give it a try that if I make something that's really incredible, I have faith that the algorithm will get a hold of it eventually. Or at the very least, it'll do well enough to kind of work for me. Because my standards not everything has to be like a millions or even hundreds of thousands of view video. I used to think that if you weren't getting 100K views in every video, you were slowly going bankrupt and you were not going to be able to keep doing it. And it turns out, especially nowadays, with how diversified creator income streams can be, you can make a living on like 25, 30, 40K views a video, once or twice a week. It's doable, especially if you have a catalog of videos that do better. And if you have like a big catalog of videos to lean on, you can kind of make it work. It's nice. I don't feel like I'm doing very well, but I also don't feel like I'm in danger of imminent failure, which is a nice kind of, I don't want to say comfortable, but less life or death stress place to wake up and get out of bed for the day in. Like the ACNH video. What's funny is I wrote a journal entry. I wrote a journal entry the day that I was working on that video. And on that day, I was really stressed. I had considered myself to be not doing very well and not being very productive, despite the fact that I did more than I do most days now. I was feeling behind. I was feeling stressed. I was really upset about some stuff in my life. I was like, all right, well, I'm working on this video. This is so stupid. Nobody even wants to see this. But like, I'm already mostly done and I know what I want to say in it. So I'm just going to do it and get it out. And then I'll have done something. Like the way I justified working on that video to myself was it's practice making videos. Here, give following through and finishing something a chance. And then of course I put it out and it tanked for like weeks. It didn't do very well at first because it hit the WoW audience and they're like, what is this? No, thank you. And then it wasn't until later that the wider algorithm grabbed it. But at the time, it was not a, I'm gonna be rich. Mullins, thank you very much for the raid. Appreciate it. Do I earn money from old videos? Yep. If they're still getting views, then I will still earn ad revenue on them, as long as they are monetized. Now, most of my old videos don't really get any views. If you're getting like 3 views in a month, that's like fractions of a cent. It's not gonna mean a whole lot, but you have enough of them. And then some of them will do more. A lot of my content is relative to a specific time period in WoW. Like, it's relevant during the patch that it came out in, and after that it's not going to get a whole lot. I don't make a lot of what's called evergreen content, which kind of works against me. But some things. But yeah, there's no expiration date or anything like that. Mullins, thank you for the 31-month resub. Hey, how are you? What do you think of the new patch? New patch is pretty fun. It's got lots to do for a, I was going to say for a 0.5 patch, but it's a 0.7 patch. I got 19 of these. I think I need to level my druid. I think I talked myself into it this morning. That's not where I thought I was going today, but I think that's where I'm going. Pixel Dog, thank you for the brand new sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Happy for your back catalog of pet battle guides. Pet battle videos more evergreen than most things. Yeah, they do. I mean, I guess there's still people that you. I feel like I want to put out a flash screen in the beginning of every video that's just a link to Zufu's pet guides, being like, here, this is a better solution. I want to log on to my druid. That's what I want to do. I do not know what the drop rate of the ancient salamander mount is. I can tell you 3 times in 10 minutes is pretty lucky. I have yet to see one. I saw one drop for another player that I wasn't, that I didn't know, and that's it. 3 in 10 minutes, holy smokes. All right, and level 61, and step number 1 here is going to be to get to 70. Don't tell people how to spend their money or time, right? Yeah, I guess so. I suppose. Gotten 3 now too, kind of insane. I must not be spending enough time doing rares. I say as I log off of the character that would have been doing rares. All right. The correct way to do this for efficiency is to queue up for time walking and go ahead and do that. I could heal time walking dungeons. It could be pretty mindless. I don't think I'm gonna do it. It would be an even more appealing proposition on this character because on Druid, I like Resto Druid a lot. I think Bear Druid's kind of fun. Feral's just a melee spec is the main thing working against Feral for me. And then Boomkin and I have never gotten along. We've never made friends. I just don't Boomkin very well. It's not, I don't like it. It's fine, but it's not for me. There's enough specs in this game that I can just write off a couple of them and it'll be all right. So, it would make sense to heal dungeons and therefore time walking dungeons because I could heal and still be leveling. Whereas with questing, I'm gonna need to play either Feral or Boomkin, and it looks like I'm doing Feral. My gear is actually not so bad, although I have some gray boots on. That's a problem. My gear is not so bad because this character actually played in Shadowlands, so she had endgame Shadowlands gear. She's got like Shadowlands legendaries. Their effect isn't enabled, but the item level still is. It won't last me forever, but it will last me longer than Crinkle's gear did. You like chickens, but not fat laser chickens. You saying you need a time walking DPS? I don't think I'm gonna time walk. I think I'm gonna do anything else. I'm also gonna try and not... Do I want to do these quests? Not really, but I'm gonna try and not... Oh yeah, I guess I need to get on a... I don't want Dragon now. I'm gonna try and not just do Gathering and World Quest, because while you can level through Gathering and World Quest, it's really not very fast compared to... regular, like, campaign questing and side questing. If you're doing it on top of those things, then it kind of works out, but... I don't believe that you will heal time walking. It's an astute observation. Tips on getting viewers on Twitch? If you are trying to start a Twitch channel, and that's the only thing you're doing, you are just streaming, you want to be a streamer, you're not making content anywhere else, you do not have a very big chance of getting off the ground. It's possible, and it's more possible if you're good at networking, if you have like a group of other people that are also streaming and you guys all kind of like rate each other and shout each other out. Or if you just happen to be like roommates with a really popular streamer, then that can work in your favor. Like if you get boosted and brought into a huge streamer group. But outside of that, which is not very likely or accessible for most people, if you're just trying to grow purely on Twitch, it's not very likely. It's not a great format for people to give an unknown a chance. It's very dilute content, and it's also not a platform that's going to serve you up to new people. You're not going to be in front of new people very much anyways. So the recommendation is generally stream, but also post elsewhere. Post on TikTok, post on YouTube Shorts, post on Twitter, post on Instagram, post on Tumblr, post anywhere in as many places as you can stomach, and engage in those communities and interact and try to like be known without just being that person that's shoving your content. You don't want to come off as spammy or advertising, but you want to build some name recognition so that when people see you in the directory, they see a post from you, they're like, oh, I know that person. They're blank, blank, blank. They did this thing. They talked to me about that thing. And that's the best way to kind of grow a following. It's a lot of work. And I was terrible at it because I have no social skills. I was like advertising videos on like escapist forums and getting shot down, rightfully so, because it was not the place for it. But it was multiple platforms. YouTube I thought was good because on YouTube, before I had any following, I was able to target search terms I was able to learn SEO and target different search terms in the YouTube search engine, and that can get you started as well. Think done time walking for the first time since BC. Had a good DPS. Guild Healer went 98% easy. Why don't you host other web channels? I don't really host much. I don't host many people because I don't watch any streams, really. I'm again, hypocrite. I just don't watch any streams. And because I run such a clean stream, I have a hard time wanting to just send my audience to another stream that I don't know how clean it is. I don't know what types of things they talk about. I don't know what kind of stuff that they allow in their chat. And if somebody's just kind of AFK and they had me on speaker and their kids are around and they come back and I've sent them to somebody that I heard good things about third hand, and they're having like a much spicier conversation than I would have, I feel kind of a responsibility to not do that. And so I generally don't. Every now and then I will, but usually either people that I've met in person, although I still don't really know how they run their streams because, like I said, I really don't watch streams. I don't watch much of any game content, if we're being honest. I don't watch WoW YouTube either. It's like a chef coming home and eating microwave popcorn. Visiting friends in Calgary last year, found out they watch your Saturday news videos. They had no idea you streamed, but they do now. Your reels are good. You should make more. Oh man, those particular ones are a little limited by what mounts want to drop for me. I bet you could do more content that I'm sure that I could clip parts of the stream where we talk about different things and then have them as shorts. It's just I feel like that's not an end product. It's like a seed product. Like it's discoverable, but it's not profitable. It's something that's going to get eyeballs, but it's not going to directly make money. So the ideal there in terms of your content flow is that it's driving views towards your other types of content, such as streams or long form videos. And I guess I have streams. I guess it could just be advertisement for the stream. But I don't really have any long form videos that I'm advertising right now. I need to make some. I got to get out of the city. These are terrible quests. Where am I and what am I doing? Jade Forest, Order of the Cloud Serpent. Get out of here. Get out of here. There's Dragon Scale Expedition quests. These are terrible. They're awful. They're awful. Should I go back to the Waking Shores and just do like the regular quests? I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna go back to the Waking Shores and I'm just gonna do regular leveling, like the old-fashioned leveling quests and see how that goes. Also, I guess I can do a dragon race on the way over. I do this every time. Downside of the edge case may be outweighed by the positive effects of networking. But how do you make that call? What shorts of you pet battling hunting mounts? Am I going to BlizzCon this year? I don't know. I'm leaning towards not, but I don't know for sure. I probably won't decide until like the very last possible moment. I would not recommend that anybody plan a trip to BlizzCon with the intent of seeing me there, because that's a big risk. There's a race. There's a dragon race. It must be very far down. I must be way too high up for it. Dragon race over here? No, that's not it. Oh, even farther down. Yeah, all right. I kind of wish, and I guess I could. I kind of wish I could farm levels just by grinding mobs somewhere. I kind of want to do something really, really mindless and repetitive. And I guess, I mean, you could make an argument for time walking, but I want to kill mobs outside. I guess I just need to find some kill quests, and then I can be killing mobs outside and also turning in quests. Did I get the cat a time walking pet? Do you mean the Phoenix Wishwing, or is there another one? The answer is maybe. I have not got the Wishwing yet. I have some of progress on it. I need all of the Ungro grind and more of the ash. This dragon race is doing things. No, I don't do much time walking. I did a time walking raid on stream a couple days ago to get the ember for the pet. Here we go. I guess if I'm already here. I did get the Undasta mount. It dropped for me on stream yesterday. And now I have every single Pandaria world boss mount. Plus, I also have the Rookmar mount. So I am done with my world boss mount farms. Because I also have Maliol squared away. I still need world rare mounts. So I still need Mechagon in particular. I am missing Rustfeather and Arachnid Harvester mounts. I have some desire to fish for the pond nettle. I haven't decided when I'm gonna make you guys watch that. I need to have like some real, I need to do that like after coming back from a vacation or something. I need like a full backpack full of anecdotal material to talk about while fishing. I think that you need to really have your stories ready for that, because it's a lot of time to kill and there's a lot of nothing going on the screen. And grow grind's painful. Yeah, I'm wondering if I procrastinate long enough, if that'll get less annoying. There's enough other things that I can work on for now that I feel like I can circle back to that later, but I don't know how much later it would realistically need to be. I kind of want it just for the transmog. In 10.1, we're going to be able to... So I need salamander hides. Oh, I see. They spawn. I wish there were more of them. There's one. Let's see if I remember how to play Feral. What does that do? Energy slash. That's like a AoE one. Can I just get by with just like rip, shred, and bite? How much of a disadvantage am I going to be at? That didn't even... I need 12 of these, and they're not even 100% drop rate. Holy smokes! This is a bad deal. I might leave. Yeah, no, there's no way. Not unless there's something I need to do. Oh, there's an apprentice. We direct them to collect the hides. Okay. For a moment, I'm thinking they're... I was a bit concerned about that, but that's better. That's better. I just need to remember to do it. I thought that was, I thought that thing was for, like, water skimming. I thought it was a different thing for the lake, but it's not. We're good. We're good. Bring it, kitty, while fishing. Not good on hold with friends. Level pretty quick. Yeah. It's not really... I just want to kill mobs alone. I just want to... Oh. Oh. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that desire. It's like the desire to take a piece of paper and to shred it into little teeny tiny petals. Or to fold it into the tiniest possible square. Or like... I did a lot of paper folding in school. Not like artistic paper folding like origami, but just like folding it up for a very long time. And then mushing it around in your hands until it's like, I don't know, like a moist, feathery fabric. And it would take a very long time. It was just something extremely repetitive and straightforward. It was an achievable goal. You want to keep folding that paper? You can do it. You can get it done. Basically fidgeting? Yeah, I guess so. I want the WoW leveling equivalent of just fidgeting. Which, so far this quest is not a bad thing for. Oh, I thought I could fly. I can't fly. Oh, there's a bear. Okay. Are you going to give me a lot of experience? Maybe. Let me see here. I guess I want to put up a dot. Is he going to drop me something good? I have lots of dots. That's the one thing I've always kind of liked about Feral is when I was coming off of being a Shadow Priest, and I realized for the first time in my life that Feral Druids are kind of like, that there are melee dot classes also, and that they're not just ranged. I thought that was quite neat. Mindless mob farming. Yeah. But solo mindless mob farming. And I think the reason is that when you're mindless mob farming in groups, sometimes you have, you show up to a mob and you've got like a big plan to use this button and then this button and then this button, and then somebody else does something and now the mob's dead or it's moved or doesn't have enough health to make it worth using those buttons. And your plans are constantly changing in a way that's kind of like a little whiplashy. It's fine if you're just kind of like trying to tag things and you're not too, I don't know, into it, but there's something nice about just doing combat undisturbed, that everything goes to plan. That rare was reserved, yeah, by me. Solo Warden in the Forbidden Reach can stealth by all the elites together. Worst part about groups is other people. Worst part about groups is that your plans don't always work. This is something that I sometimes it's not that I can never do it. I will it's a pretty much a necessity if you're going to play games with Flabby. We'll be playing some survival crafting game and we'll split off in two different directions to do tasks, and I'll be working on like the main tech progression line. I'll be like farming the materials we need to get our first weapons, and meanwhile he's like climbed into the elite area that's 4 levels ahead of us, and he's like stolen 2 swords from a blacksmith that I didn't even know was there, and he's skipped all of that progression and I had no idea, and then he'll come back and then I just need to find a new goal because mine is now officially defunct. Is the thing that will happen every time. Ooh, I got Transmog and I unlocked the Tuskar apparently. All right, getting out of there. I want to go do quests where I have like a whole batch of them. Being in your own head's nice sometimes. Yeah. You want to be the one to destroy the mobs. Yeah, I mean, you ever like go questing with somebody and you're feeling pretty good about your class and your rotation and your gear or something like that, and then you're all ready to one-shot something, and then all of a sudden it's already dead. It's it's fine. The mob got killed either way. Do I have oh, I think I need the Drake break. I need to put aerial halt onto my bar. Let's learn both of those. And then I'm gonna put that on F. And grow mobs, people doing their own thing, kill their own mobs. Pinging the minimap when you kill the right mob, so everyone goes to loot. Oh, in groups. I see. Alright, what are we doing over here? Oh yeah, there was RP that I didn't finish yet. Primal Scythed Queen. I didn't check to see if the rare that I killed before was worthwhile for experience. I have a feeling it's probably not, although I think that's also in a cave, so never mind. Leveled my shaman with a friend leveling a hunter, and I couldn't even get a cast off before the mob died. Okay. Are we still waiting for the dragon's arrival? Maybe I can talk to them and they'll show up again. Oh, yeah, there we go. I can just chill here and this will work. Do I have enough? No, I don't have enough Dragon Isle's herbalism knowledge to use the herb knowledge item. I don't have enough skill to use the knowledge item that dropped. Here, it's okay. Get rid of that one. That one. I have all of this gear from Undasta and like Timeless Isle from when I was farming bonus rolls. We can get rid of all of that. When I get this character to 70, I am going to be confronted with the reality of the fact that I do not know how PvP gearing works this expansion. I don't think I've understood PvP gearing properly since like Legion. It's they keep changing it and I never really truly catch up. Don't get me wrong, I got PvP gear in Shadowlands. I'm wearing it right now. I just don't really understand it. I'm assuming that I'll want to still send myself like the 385 Primalist gear to just get started. I don't really know why. You can buy a bunch of crafted gear to get you started. Okay. Bunch of PvP gear during the Brawl comp stomps last week. Is there a timer for the Forbidden Reach storm? Gonna take forever to get the blue snail. I don't know actually. I think no, I do know. I think it spawns every second hour. I think. I've only been once. I'm gonna be very, very late on the snail. I want to just untrack any. I mean, I kind of want to abandon them, but I'm gonna just untrack the Thaldraszus quests, and then, yeah, untrack all of those. Dryad's work is never done. That's a Valdrakken quest, and then I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna drop that whole quest. You know what? I'm also not doing the Halls of Infusion. You can't make me. Oh, my screen's black and white. You would be late in a snail. They are very slow. After months of being a Highland Drake user, I've suddenly become a Velocidrake enjoyer. What happened to me? Is that the one I'm on right now? It is the one I'm on right now. I like the Velocidrake options a lot. I think the problem is that the default Velocidrake appearance is kind of wacky looking. It's a little goofy, but you can change basically everything. I like it with the really long stabby beak nose. I find that to be very fun. Buffet60, thank you for the 5-month resub. Congrats all, we made it to Friday. Happy Friday. You guys got big weekend plans? Somebody asked me somewhat recently if I have any plans yet for the summer, and I thought to myself, I should make plans for the summer. I mean, I know I'm going to go fishing, but I don't plan to go away fishing. I was just going to do day trips every weekend. Velocidrake is the best. My Drake is black with a vulture nose. He's ugly. I love it. His name is Reek. On the Wilder Drake a lot. Smaller hitbox, less tree run-ins. I'm looking forward to the new one. I think I spend most of my time on this one, but oh no, that's not true actually. Since I got the Razageth transformation for the Proto Drake, I've been on that one a fair bit too. I've never done, no, not never. I did a little bit of solo shuffle in Shadowlands when it came out just to figure out what the deal was and how it worked. I've never done it since they added like rated solo shuffle. And I'm very curious to see what that process is going to be like. Because I think that I need to, if I'm going to grind the Vicious Mount. Oh no, it's just going to be one progress bar, right? Like I was wondering if I can split my efforts between, oh, what do you mean I lost track of her? She was right here. She was right here. I have, no. I got the next step. We're good, we're good. Yeah, I was wondering if I was going to need to do just like, you know, pre-made threes or just solo shuffle. But if I can mix and match, then that's good. Excited to try the Snaky Dragon Boys in 10.1. I think it began when I noticed that I could give my Worgen's Velocidrake a wolf face so I could be a weird dog man riding a weird dog dragon. That appealed to me. Snaky Dragon Boys? There's a new dragon riding mount coming in 10.1 that is a little more You know what? I don't want to call it Cloud Serpentine. In their presentations, they were calling it inspired by the Cloud Serpent, and I guess the head and neck were, but it's I don't know. It's a four-wheeler. It's a little noodly, but I don't know. I feel like I need another point of comparison. Big Battle Bear. I already had one, as it turns out. I had one that I got on the auction house ages ago. I'm curious to see if any of the Prime Gaming rewards, because supposedly they're going to have a new one every month for WoW. And I'm curious to see if they come out with any of them that I don't have yet, because I don't have all of the TCG mounts. You know, they could come out with like there's a camel I need, there's, of course, the chicken. The chicken would sell me pretty quickly. Do you want to bet if you have them all? Yeah, the Battle Rooster. I definitely don't have them all. Oh, I see, over whether or not I already have all the ones that they put out. They didn't say they're all going to be mounts either. So some of them could be TCG pets. Some of them could be TCG toys. I would guess that I have 82% of, and I just made that up, but I'm going to guess I have roughly 80-ish% of available TCG mounts, pets, and toys. Because I'm pretty sure I have all of the pets. I have most of the mounts, but I'm missing a handful. And then I have, I would say, 2/3 to 3/4 of the toys. Is how I'm getting that figure. So I don't know. It depends on if they go for any really crazy rare ones. It's like the British dragon on the Welsh flag. Have I seen the Welsh flag? I don't know. I don't think I have. I think I might know what you mean, though. I must have. Okay, here's that one. And then I need just a bunch more of these, but I don't have to do those ones. I can do... It is nice being able to stealth. I forgot that it was nice being able to stealth. I haven't... maybe what I need to get myself back into my druid is I need to do like an inventory on her transmogs, and I need to take her to a barber and like re-customize all of her forms. Because I have a number of different like cat and bear and whatever forms unlocked. I think my bear should be, yeah, my bear is the Fellware bear. I think it's hard for me to get away from that because I just, I worked really hard. 10 out of 12? What's the wager? Oh, you know me. I'm not a gambling woman. I will bet nothing of any value because I'm too risk averse to function. Drakthir's name is Nas, which is the Welsh word for night. What if I was? Then I would be a completely different person. Some people become risk averse after living through risky periods in their lives. Not me. I've always been like this. I'm very much a safe bet kind of person. How do you feel about the millions of gold you spent in these things? Honestly, I'm not that tilted. I'm not that, like, I'll have a moment of being like, oh man, and then that's pretty much the end of it. You know, it was past me's gold. I got to have those things earlier than other people. It's not like I would have a big plan of what I would do with that gold if I had it now. It's fine. I definitely am not spending any more gold though. That's for sure. I'm not, I used to be, even towards the end of Shadowlands, I was shopping on the Bima. I was checking out to see if I was collecting all the toys, and I'm no longer doing that because that's just a waste of my gold. I think it's a pretty fair bet. It seems like all the TCG stuff is fair game for Twitch drops, so I'm not doing it anymore. Which means I can save my gold for transmog, I guess. Or helping me catch up on pets if I didn't want to farm them. If there's any farms that just seem unlike me. Not so fun for Hazel. Okay. Falling down the rabbit hole of keyboard Instagram. It's so addicting. I'm team creamy popping sounds. That sounds like a very deep rabbit hole. I don't know how you get from keyboards to... I don't even know if I want to say that again. I have a friend, whenever we bet on something, it's for the usual amount, $1. Any preliminary thoughts on the new raid? So far, I like it a lot. I think the encounter design's really neat. It kind of follows the trend they've set with Vault of the Incarnates of fights that have fewer mechanics, but the mechanics are more for the most part, more meaningful and more themed to whatever it was that the boss was. I'm a fan. Mechanical keyboard key sounds. I suppose so. It's just when you say creamy popping, I'm imagining somebody exploding a tube of Go-Gurt. People building custom keyboards and cute desk setups did not coin the term creamy pops. Yeah. Oh, I still need to film an office tour for my new office. I think part of the reason I've been putting it off is because it's the same stuff in a new room. I have like a couple of new things on the wall, like a couple of new decorations, but if anything, my setup has gotten less interesting. I think it's still worth doing because I can talk about the virtues of more not being more. But like I did office tours. I'd have to look back at my old ones, but I did one for the last 2 apartments that I lived in, and a lot of the stuff is exactly the same stuff. You know, I'm still using the same monitors. My camera has, like, especially since the last office tour, same camera, same lens, same chair, same monitors, possibly even one less monitor, definitely one less computer. I went from 2 computers to 1. Same shelf, same plushies, you know. It's kind of the same stuff. I also can't like get in front of the camera and be like, this is my optimized workspace when I spend not all that much time in here working. Same cat. Yeah. Starter guide, farming rapid old content. The pure heart mount looks so pretty. There must be. It's just, I feel like you're more likely to find guides for individual reputations. There must be a ranking of like which ones are easiest to do, because there's definitely enough reps now that you don't need to do everything to get the pure heart mount. There's probably some annoying ones that you can skip. Being cheeky at the local school silent auction fundraiser, won a full-size popcorn maker. Kids are happy. Something appears in the BMO you really want's 5 mil. Do you buy it or wait, hoping that it will eventually be given away? If it's a TCG item, I wait. If it's not a TCG item, well, 5 million gold. 5 million's a lot of gold. For 800k. I rarely spent, well, maybe 1.2 mil. The market for desk stores, things stayed a long time. That means they work and you would endorse them? I suppose so. That's a fair point. Yeah, I'm sure I could get something together. I just have a dream of being like really functional and organized, and sometimes it's true and sometimes it's not. Recently, in the last couple days, I have been getting some things done. Not like content stuff, but just some other tasks that I needed to get through that have been kind of a bit of a mess. And I want nothing more than to be like really organized and to have a plan that I understand. But so far, it seems like the only way I can actually get anything done is to just like close my eyes and hold my breath and dive into my work and swim through it like I'm going through that big ooze in the Forbidden Reach vaults that you have to like swim through it before you can grab the key. Like when I was like organizing files and stuff, and I'm like, there's probably a better order in which I can do these things, but if I think about the order, I'm going to cry. So I'm just gonna I just kind of bounce from thing to thing to thing to thing to thing. And I just hope that eventually I've done enough things that I'll wake up from this trance and all of my stuff will be in order. Like, it's such a mess. But it's, you know, it's better than not doing it. And it's not like anything gets any better when you completely ignore it. And I was in that space and I was doing things. And that's how I ended up getting the shorts put together, was because I came across the stuff in my weird journey through my own computer. And I'm like, oh, hey, I'm already at my computer accomplishing things. I could edit these real quick. Drake Holmes, thank you for the 3-month resub. I saw someone turn inside of their desktop into a Kiki's delivery service diorama. Holy smokes. Looked like a fire hazard. Wish they'll add time walking for BFA soon. I miss Freehold. Oh, I got good news for you. Progress is progress. That's true. And if that's how it has to be, that's how it has to be. It's just, I'm making some progress in getting all of my stuff organized. It's... man, there's a lot of files. I can't wait until I'm trying to buy a house, because it's going to be so complicated that I just like cease functioning, or I'm going to be so good at organizing paperwork and stuff that What am I doing? I'm looking for the Whimpering Whelpling. Here it is. I understand. There we go. Also, I leveled up. I'm level 62. Heart of the Wild. Oh man, it's a 30-minute cooldown. It's a 30-minute cooldown. Ooh, Vortex. I like Vortex. If we get BFA Toldegor, I'm gonna cry. Toldegor, and Siege of Borealis, as far as I'm concerned, can stay buried. No thank you. Yeah, it's an active button that could have helped me do more damage, and I did not want it. It's a 5-minute cooldown. If it's like a 1-minute active button or like a 90-second active button, at least then it's, 5 minutes is too much of a commitment. I would rather never have it and never use it than have the pressure of, well, you can't use this again for 5 whole minutes. Oh dear. Aren't dungeons there mistakes? I think they're probably fine. The Siege of Borealis and I didn't get off to a good start because you had to unlock it. And I just procrastinated on unlocking it for so long that by the time I got around to doing it, I kind of hated it because, here, I'm just going to kill way too many. Oh no, I'm going to stealth because I'm a sneaky. By the time I got around to doing it, I hated it because everybody else already understood it. And I was the one like coming up from behind. Plus, Siege of Borealis involved kiting a boss around in a circular room. And I just don't understand geometry enough. I get myself cornered 10 times out of 10 if I have to kite a boss long enough. If I do not have a straight line to run away in, it's not going to end well. The only saving grace of that dungeon was eventually we had enough damage that we could make stuff happen. Plus, like, you had to kite it like over the bombs and stuff. And again, geometry, not such a strong suit of mine. It's I want to do the new pet battle. I want to do this pet battle. I want there's a dude here somewhere. His name is Excavator Morgrim. I'm assuming he's in a cave because he's excavating. I don't know for sure. It's a new one that they've added, and I want to do it. Where is he? Where is he? Is he inside? Maybe he is inside. I should look before I write it off. I just feel like this isn't the right point on the map. Cornered in a round room. Yes. Yes. That's a rat. No, I don't think he's in here. Where is he? I want to get a strategy for him off of Zufu. It'll be great. I'll get an upgrade stone and then I can use it to upgrade something and then it'll be blue. Maybe up top? Maybe in a cave? Maybe, oh, no, that's not a cave. I thought it was a cave. I'm seeing caves everywhere now. Which Temple of Seth ended after the Dust Boss? To be fair, that looked like a cave. Yeah, for a little bit. Alright, I'm looking it up. I'm Googling it. Well, I'm wowheading it. His name is Excavator Morgrim. Morgrim. Yeah. You know what I started doing again? Wordle. I don't know why I picked it up again after having not done it for ages. I was mad that my old Wordle link was broken because New York Times has consumed it. And you have to go to theirs. But it's okay. So he's strategies. Yeah. I'm not worried about the strategies. Location. Northwest of the observatory at the top of the tower. Okay. Top of the tower. Maybe on top of the tower? Oh. Hi, bud. Okay. All right. We got there. I'm gonna Zufu. I'm gonna Zufu myself a strategy. Wordle was a fun time. I didn't try any of the Wordle knockoffs. Not a single one. I was a Wordle purist. I was unwilling to stray from the basic Wordle thing. I'm looking for sharp as flint. I'm looking for a strategy that has a script and not too many turns and no breed requirements. So there's this one. Starlet, Timeless Mechanical, Dragonling, and Long-Eared Owl. I hope I've leveled it. Let's grab this. Oh, I need to turn rematch on. Let's turn on rematch and then let's make sure we have pet battle scripts as well. excavated so much he ended up on a tower. Yeah, wouldn't you think? Maybe he's scoping out new places to excavate. His name made me think that he would be in a cave. Import that one. And they are leveled up. Go me. Go me. And then I'm going to grab a script. And then I'm going to attach the script. There we go. Oh, what are you going to sell me? Oh, it just sells regular stuff. Neat. Very neat. Off and away. Time to expand your horizons. Is it? You type in a word, tells you how close you are to the daily word. Oh. Hello, Hazel. Hi, Sarah. Did I start with the optimal word? Oh, learn a lot of optimal second guesses. No, I thought that was no fun. I start with a different word every single time, and it's a unique and individual journey every single time. Where's your kitty? Oh, she's around. She was here earlier. Oh. Stats carried over from the original Wordle site. Yeah, I never saved my stats. I did it on too many different computers and I cleared my cookies too many different times, and I never had an account or anything like that, so. I know that I failed once or twice, and that failing was devastating, and that most of the time I got it in roughly 4 guesses, and I would do hard mode, and that's, I think, a pretty average performance. Starting out with it, curious how you automate the battles. So you get a script. What I did was I looked on Zufu's pet guide, which is the fan site here, for a strategy for this fight that had a script. And then with the pet battle script add-on, I right-clicked on my strategy, I pasted the script into the script editor section here, and then with that attached, all I have to do in the battle is press the A key. I'm just wordling by myself. I'm solo wordling. Got it into 9 times. Orate is a good word. I think I used to know somebody that would start with meow. They had a way of spelling meow that covered like a lot of vowels. Alright, I got my marked flawless battlestone, so I want to find a pet to use. Ah, dear. Rarity. Not rare. Who gets it? Bear cub. Eventually I'll have them all upgraded, but for now, it's your lucky day. Wouldn't be pet battling if it wasn't for rematch and scripts. Hello, hello. It's not cheating any more than TSM is cheating. You can argue that it takes the game out of it, but it's, yeah, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Flamin' Walrus, thank you for the brand new sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Alright, how are we doing? We are level 62 in a little bit. I have made it through half a level or so. Why do I have this? How did I get that? I think that might be TomTom, which I got initially. I'm going to disable it for now, and then eventually get annoyed and delete the whole thing. I got it initially so I could keep it, or figure out where all of the cook pots were that had the Phoenix Ash. Okay. And here. Power game everything. Summon rares. How are we doing? What do I need to do to get the weekly finished? Oh, a community feast. When's that? I don't know. Not now. Rampaging wind. Wildlife. You betcha. The one cooldown that I can always be persuaded to use is Tiger's Fury because it resets when I kill a mob. I love cooldowns like that. I was a big fan of whenever I played a hunter, and I guess you can still do this, the button still exists. I was a big fan of Murder of Crows, because anything that resets when your mom dies just feels so satisfying while leveling, because you get to use like your big cooldown on every single enemy. List on the left side of my screen is the Dragon Flight Weekora, Tama's Dragonflight helper. It's currently showing me the various, yes? Wow. Currently showing me the various sources of profession knowledge that are available. All of these ones with the background are going to be one-time profession knowledge loots, and then the text-only ones are weekly. Utso, thank you very much for the 3-month resub. Too big, hard to move. It gets smaller when you finish the thingy, is how I phrase it to myself. I get annoyed by it too, but then I think, well, maybe you should go loot the profession knowledge and it won't be so big. I'll also sometimes turn it off if I don't want to look at it anymore, but usually I should just go ahead and get the thing. I gave this character Inscription and Herbalism, and I don't know why. I don't know for what do I have Inscription. I'm not exactly like getting all of my knowledge or anything, so... Oh hey, I finally got 25. I can use my spec knowledge. Way too many tunes to finish everything just to get it out of the way. Yeah. Thoughts on the Amazon Prime promotion? Seems good. For a lot of people have Prime already. They can get some TCG mounts. I currently don't have Prime, but I already had the bear, so I'm okay for now. I'm curious to see what else they're going to come out with for the rest of the year, because that's a long time. It's 12 whole things. Is it because you couldn't double up? Is it because I couldn't double up? Oh, on professions. Yeah, I think I set up this character before I had made my peace with the fact that I'm not really messing with more professions than my main has. So I think I had some feeling that I was going to level up Inscription and then like make my own treatises and stuff. And I guess I still could. I don't think I'm going to spend a wild amount of time doing it. I think I'm going to get this character to 70, set her up for PvP, and never set foot outside of a city ever again. Hello. Murder of Crows is hardly a big cooldown. Tell that to the crows. Oh, Slurpo. I'm not going to go get Slurpo. He's in a cave somewhere. Takes very little to make your own treatises. Yeah, that might be kind of nice. Although it doesn't exactly take a whole lot to get them publicly made either. I have both of the things already saved as favorites, so I can just kind of set them up and then forget about it. Speaking of getting things made, I don't know if you remember when I was on my warrior last week, I had sold one of my weapons. She needed to dual wield two-handers as a Fury Warrior, but she only had one two-hander, and I had gotten rid of the other one. And it was beyond buyback, and I could not be bothered to do item recovery because it was just like a leveling green anyways. So I work ordered like a basic version of a blue one, like not even using a spark or anything, just like a blue quality two-handed axe. I set up a public work order, and somebody finally filled it. I don't remember how long I set up the work order for, but I logged off the character, forgot about it. When I came back, somebody... who I think had a really cool name named like Smash or something like that, had made me an axe, which I thought was pretty neat. I was glad that came through eventually. Okay. This one... I think I can really level a lot faster if I just... Now that I'm doing quests. It went pretty quickly on the warrior. Like, once I actually buckled down to questing in the Azure Span on her, she started leveling much more quickly. Plus, I'm getting some amount of gold. Not a lot of gold, but something. And some transmog. There we go. Okay. Shall I spend some herbalism knowledge? We always do botany first, because eventually you can pick herbs while on the back of your mount. Plus, you get like good deftness and finesse and whatever, just basic main stats for doing that. I need to dissect a soggy maw Gorlock corpse. That's icky. No time walking? Nah, I don't think so. That would be faster. Don't get me wrong. I'm not onto anything here. This is not an efficiency play. I'm not a big time walking person. Oh, they have them right here on this sterile wooden table. I don't think I have Convoke. If I do have Convoke, I haven't been using it. Convoke is there. I could have Convoke. I could have Convoke with my next talent point in Feral. I managed to play Druid through all of Shadowlands, and I never fell in love with Convoke because I spent basically all of the expansion as a, I spent the whole time being a Necrolord and having Adaptive Swarm. I didn't even like Adaptive Swarm. It was just the move that I needed for Arena. And everybody was all over the moon about Convoking, and I just didn't really get it. Rathian Met. Over here. This is your time. The time to fall in love with Convoke. I hate the Gorlock killing quests are so little. I feel so bad. Rathian, are you here? Are you indoors? Oh, he's coming. There's a rare over there. Maybe I can make it. Now, can I solo you? Because some of them you can't. 140k. I think I can do that. Let me see here. Owie. Get out of the lava. Please. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I can totally solo this. I'm going to watch the experience this time. I have 31% of my level. I need 234k for this level in total. And when I kill this guy, I'm gonna get... Oh man, melee interrupts are on such a short cooldown. I always forget that. It's so nice. How much experience? 28 plus another 9, so like 11, 12k or so. Yeah, that's actually kind of worth it. I'm not mad at that. And I have a bonus objective that I got some progress towards for that. So, is this another rare? No, that's a Tuskar Tackle Box. Never mind. Hard never mind. All right. Bittersweet, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Hazel, have a nice day. Haven't played much of my druid lately. Convoke's fun to press. What do I want from my druid? What am I looking for from this character? It's one of those characters that I've had for so long that I don't feel like I can leave it behind. This is the only tune that's ever managed to survive faction changing or race changing. Everybody else... everybody else... and once I faction and race change them, and I might be mistaken, maybe there's another one that survived it, but generally speaking, once I've done a faction or a race change, I lose investment in the character. It doesn't feel like my character anymore, and eventually I taper off playing it and I don't really want it anymore. And this one has been so many different names, and she's gone back and forth between Horde and Alliance. She's been a troll druid, she's been a night elf druid, she's had she's had 3 different names. 4 different names. But she's still the same character that I was playing back in Warlords. Because I have statistics on her that I'm unwilling to walk away from. And I feel like once she survived the first race changer, faction changer, whatever, maybe even before that, maybe even Cataclysm, once she'd survived the first time, I've just come to accept that my druid has been a lot of different people. Like $100 of value right there. Yeah, I think I've spent a fair amount of money on this character over the years. But she's in her lifetime, she's acquired... Oh, for a second I thought it was 1 million gold. It is 1 million gold, isn't it? 1,037,370 gold over her lifetime. Does it tell you when the character was born? I don't think it does. I know she has... It's not all of my arena history, but she has a chunk of it. She's played 6,348 arena matches. Not so many battlegrounds. I'm not a big battleground person. Druids get reincarnated. Makes sense. Shapeshifters checks out. She needs a different title. Delete her? Not this one. I've made other druids. I've had multiple druids before. But this one's not going anywhere. Warlords of Draenor was just such a wild time for having alts for PvP because it was so easy to gear them up, and the thing to do was just to have a ton of them, a ton of different characters into PvP and all of them, so that you could have characters at different ratings, so that you didn't have to tank your rating on your main character in order to play with other players. So you would pug on your alts. But then you would pug on your alt so much that your alt would get rating, and then you would need another alt that didn't have any rating for you to pug on because you got a little bit too high rated on your pug, and then you've got like your high rated pugs, and then you want to do low rated pugs, and then it's like, I ended up having 4. I had main, I had a high rated alt, I had low rated alt, and then I had drunk, which was the lowest level that I would only play while inebriated. And you could just have them all geared. It was crazy. Sounds more like smurfing. It was kind of like smurfing. But because of the way the rating system worked, like you would want to play, and if you wanted to play with a friend that was bringing a friend and their friend wasn't such a high rating and you wanted to do it without risking losing something that you've put like 50 hours in the last 2 weeks into, then you needed to have an alt to queue on because, you know, it was no fun to not be able to play because your main team wasn't on or whatever, and you didn't want to lose. Like, if you did play on your main with all of these people and you lost like 400 rating, you're not going to be able to play with your main team when they log back on, and they're going to be real upset about that because, you know, it was just this whole thing. Nowadays, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if people actually actively do that still. I've been out of the game too long. I don't know what people do anymore. Sent me down the rabbit hole of statistics. Closest to birth date is earliest achieved to an extent, unless the tune is very old. Definitely not older than achievements. How would you see the earliest achieved? Is there a way to filter them by date? Or would you just have to like guess at what the early achievement would be? You just have to look? Yeah. Plus, I wouldn't, like, I know that some achievements are account-wide, so it might say this achievement was earned by XYZ player, and I'd be like, oh, that wasn't this character, but it might have been this character, because I'm not even convinced that I remember all the different names that she's been. I think I might know some of them. I am 75% of the way through this bonus objective, and the bonus objective is not really a great way to... It's not really a great... Oh, that's right. I need to consult left to level, but if I'm already 75% of the way through it... You believe it changes the name. Oh. Some you get early in, like 100 quests, and some quests are account-wide. Yeah. Let me see. But would you be... So you would go back to 50 world quests. Apparently 2016. 50 quests is 2012, but that doesn't mean it was on this character. I don't know. Oh, there. Huh. Feats of strength. Old items were rolled into those from pre-achievements. Viet, thank you for the 27-month resub. More pets for the win. She's starting as an elf. Maybe the following achievement. Yeah. Going down. That's what they call it. Going down says 2012. Yeah, it was, yeah, if it updates the name, then yeah, she got that achievement in 2012. Which must have been it. If true, that surprises me. I didn't think it was that old. I was thinking like 2015, 2016. I know that some people have characters from, 1995 somehow, but I'm going... I need to go consult Wright, who is over this way. Somehow. Uh-oh. Cool hairdo? Needs purple or pink to be awesome. Aw, shucks. I might just have to content myself with sub-awesomeness then. I don't think I want to color it right now. Mm. I don't know where this person is. They might be on top. I've made mistakes. I thought I was stealthed and I was not stealthed. I'm just gonna press a variety of cooldowns and hope for the best. Are this an elite? No, it's just very big and strong. All right. Yeah, I used to color my hair myself all the time, and sometimes I still think about it. It's just, in my years of doing it, I spent enough money, and oh, I'm super dead. I'm super dead. I'm a night elf. I'm a night elf. No. I remembered a shadow meld, but I did not escape. Oh dear. Yeah, I spent enough mental energy and physical energy getting dye stains out of, you know, the porcelain in the sink and the tub and the towels and the pillowcases and the clothing, and bleach stains out of all those aforementioned things, and it's a bit rough on your scalp, and it's also not free, and I think I just don't want to have colored hair that badly right now. Lava knocks you out of stealth. That must have been what happened. If I was guardian there. Yeah. I'm saving up all my pennies because I want to buy a house, and I want it to have a yard that has some dirt so that I can put plants in it, and then I can see if they grow or not. Okay. All right. I'm looking for we're consulting one of the Black Talon bodyguards. I wonder if they're on top of this bluff. I wonder if I just need to fly up there. What city? Seattle's expensive? Victoria, BC, which may be even more expensive, although I don't think I'm realistically buying property in the city. No, definitely below this. 100 million pennies. And you know how you save them is one at a time. One at a time. Alrighty. Oh, I found him. They're sneaky. They're tiny. All right. Here we go. And then we're going to go talk to Rathian again, and everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. I want to finish that bonus objective. I'm 83% of the way through it, but I do not... I think there might be more quests for me to do over here. Okay. Ooh, I can sell that. 87 gold. It's 87 gold for me. Might be outside of the area. You live so close to the sea. Build an island. Not so hard. Takes me like 3 minutes. Got the ancient salamander in the Forbidden Reach. Congratulations. I still don't have that one. Get a place with dirt for all that delicious dirt. And I'm gonna take. I think I read The Secret Garden when I was a kid, and I haven't been able to shake it ever since. If you can just you know, plant a couple flowers, and you know, everything will be all right. You'll become a nicer person and have better health. Those are the takeaways. I need to read that again. I don't think I've really internalized the message. Oh, there's flowers over there. I might make it to 63 today. What I need to do if I want to get this goal done is I just need to only do this. When I log on to stream, I need to not do too many other things. I guess maybe I can get away with the Storm's Fury, because that's just like once a day, but... Alright, so we did the bonus objective? Did I do the bonus objective? I must have, yeah, because I got 600 rep with the Veldraken Accord, so we're set there. Any updates to share on Dune? Oh, I'm reading it. I read a little bit more. I think that's going to be the story for a couple of years. I have 6 novels, and I'm not in any particular hurry. I'm trying to take them a little more slowly. I'm trying to drink them in and process them a little more. So I don't think I'm gonna be I don't think I'm gonna have any meaningful updates, especially because I don't want to spoil any story beats for anybody that hasn't, you know. I know Dune came out a long time ago, but I would hate to ruin it for somebody that hasn't started it yet. I'm just starting it for the first time. I guess I'm familiar with some of the story because I watched the movie, but the movie could be very different from the book. Sometimes that happens. Erupting cavern contained. Release a water elemental. Does it damage them? No? Okay. How contained? How contained will it get if I just kill this one mob? 8%. That's pretty good. I was afraid of 2%, so we're all set. Dune came out in 62. Really? It's 19 books. My understanding was that there were 6 books in the main series, at least. I'm not like I said, I'm just a little bit into the first one, so. Old friend of mine used to love to plant, had roses, grew mint, tomatoes, peppers, corn, squash, watermelon. It's fun. I'm trying corn this year, although I don't know if it's going to work out. I tore the mint out of my herb planter because I grew mint last year and I grew tons of it and it was great, except that I've realized I don't use it in anything. I do like mint tea, but I have a massive bag of already dried mint tea, which seem like I've tried making it fresh as well, and it's just a lot easier and basically the same product to just use the dried tea. So I've decided I'm doing cilantro, basil, and then of course my rosemary plant didn't go anywhere. I got the corn kit stuck in my head. Bunch of offshoots. Sounds like someone needs to take up mojitos. I guess so. I'm not a big fancy drink person. I drink water a lot. I drink tea a lot. I like teas. I'm more of a fan of teas that are just one type of tea as opposed to teas that are heavily flavored or heavily blended. So I like, just like a gunpowder green tea or an oolong tea that's just like, or like a black tea that's just like one. I do, I'll drink blends, but I'm not really going after the commercial blends that have like a ton of non-tea ingredients and like cornflower petals and stuff in them anymore. Didn't know if it was from the 60s, would never have guessed. I think that's one of the cool things about sci-fi, I guess, is that if it's done really well, it can be quite timeless. I love oolong. I like, I've been drinking a lot of green tea recently. I have a big ol' bag of a gunpowder green tea that I find to be quite hearty and satisfying. And it's a good energy burn for me. It doesn't make me jittery the way that stronger caffeine does, but it still kind of gives me a little bit of a push. Part 2 of Dune comes out this November. Yeah, I heard that the next movie is on its way. Maybe I'll see that in theaters. I saw the last Dune in theaters and I enjoyed it. And if I've read enough of the books, then I might have more, I don't know, more of a opinion to relate it to. Okay, that one's all done. I need to find one more injured draconid. One of the things that bothers me is the many different ways the various media pronounce. Well, now I'm afraid I'm going to do it wrong. I was going to say Harkonnen is how I've been saying it in my head, but I don't know what the correct answer is. Gotten through the first 2 of the series. I need one more dragon. One more injured dragon. That's correct. Newer way is Harkonnen. Oh, I see. It's a made-up word. It's fine. What do you mean? We're talking about sci-fi and fantasy properties. No detail is fine. We must concur. We must decide. I must meet Sendrax at the Conservatory Outpost. That's the way it was said in the Dune video game back in the day, so I say you must be right. Yeah, the nice thing about just reading books quietly to yourself and not engaging in any other form of media is that you can have whatever pronunciations you want in your head, and nobody will. You may go years without finding out that everybody else does it differently. All right, I have found you. And then some Primalist stuff to do over here. How's my experience doing? Pretty good, 71%. I wonder if I'm going to take a break from this when I run out of rested, or if I'm just going to try and power through it the old-fashioned way. I don't have a dispel, do I? I do not. Quite a bit of rested left. Yeah, I think that's true. I think it would be a pretty good amount of doing to get rid of it. How much rested can you bank, anyways? Do we, like, with assuming no heirlooms, which is currently the case for me. How many is it? 2 levels, 3 levels, something like that. 2 levels, 1.5. Do I have wild charge? I know it exists. I don't know if I currently have it. Oh, you know what I have is I have primal wrath. I can use that on cleave these guys. 1.5, but quest XP doesn't eat it. Okay. Oh. Got a flavor pocket from the otter summon, the Forbidden Reach. I'm rich. Yeah, because you were really hurting for gold before. Something in here. Maybe that's why I managed to get through so much leveling on my warrior without running out of rested, is because I did so much of it from World Quest, like Dragon Racing World Quest in particular. If that wasn't using any of the rested, then that would explain why I never ran out. Because I don't feel like I really let her bank it all up all that much, especially because half the time I was banking rested, I wasn't even in a rested spot. I was just camping outside of Undasta in the open with no inn. There we go. That's worth something. And then I need more Primalist and more books. So let's go find some more books. Plus there's a rare over here. I have yet, and I guess it's because when are you going to ever see anybody on a ground mount? It doesn't come up very often. But I have yet to see a single soul in the world riding the current season Vicious mount, which is my eventual end goal for this character, is I want to get her to 70. I want to get her set up to either Solo Shuffler or Q Arena, and I want to just grind out the Vicious mount. She doesn't have to do it well, she just has to do it. But I don't know. I don't know if I've seen a single soul. It's like a saber. It's like a tiger. It doesn't really... I know we have those on the Dragon Isle somewhere, but nothing about it really says Dragonflight to me. I guess the Vicious mounts aren't usually that expansion themed. The BFA ones kind of were. Now that you mention it, I haven't seen one either. I know there's a lot of excitement for next season's Vicious mount for the snails, with the big long shells. I think those are kind of cool. But I feel like I have to get this one. One, because I just can't skip a Vicious mount. And then secondly, because if I need to show it some love. What if it's lonely? What if the kitty thinks that nobody likes it? Consider doing it on Dis? No, not really. Do I have any other words to add to that sentence to make it sound better? Nope, I'm out. That's all I got. I don't branch out in PvP all that much. I usually just kind of play what I'm used to. I've never felt a huge desire to learn a new spec for PvP, partly because it just feels like it's a bigger investment than learning a new spec for PvE. Like, I feel like you can learn enough buttons to kind of make do in Raid or in a like a low grade Mythic Plus without it being too big of a deal, and that's kind of fun. But for PvP, it just seems like you're not just worrying about all of your abilities, you're worrying about all of the enemy abilities and how they interface with your specific character and your specific toolkit, that it just seems like so overwhelming to deal with that I pretty much always just play the same thing. I'm even when I've been like set up and ready to go. Like I could be in a preservation evoker. I've got an evoker that's my main currently that I could just send her into solo shuffle and hope for the best. And I could probably grind out the mount a lot faster that way than trying to level the druid. But I don't really know what evokers do in PvP, and I guess I'm just not in a hurry to find out. It's just, it just seems scary. Snails should be really slow because... Are you a fan of the unsuccessful prototype fleet pod? Because there's a slow snail for you. I'm glad they made at least one of the Zereth Mortis snails quite slow. You can get the vicious map from solo shuffle? That is my understanding. It's rated solo shuffle. But yeah, I think you can. It was one of the changes they made in Dragonflight. Morning, Hazel. Good morning. How are you today? One more book and it's up. Oh, are there stairs again? Is it the sneaky stairs? It is this ramp right here. In this building model, this ramp on the right that goes up to the top. I just found out about these this month. Dragonflight has been out for I don't know how long. And this whole time I have been dragon riding up to the second floor of this because I could not find that ramp. It was just my eyes were just skimming right over the gray. I did not know it was there. But we're doing better. And I mean, if the building was broken, then it kind of worked out anyways, but... anything else you want? Nope. All right. About to go to work in an hour. At the base center, long 8-hour day. Market on Yates has been crazy. Have I been to the market on Yates? I've been to the Moss Street Market. I'm Googling this. I live here and I don't know anything that's going on. Oh. Oh. Who owns the market on Yates? Oh, somebody on LinkedIn. It's a decent market. Mm. Syndrax over here. Here we go. Yeah, I'm in Victoria. I moved back here last year. End of year before last year, actually. I moved back here in December of 2021. And it's 2023 now, and that's kind of freaking me out. Time's gone by pretty quick. Spring break. Enjoyed the benefits of teaching. Yeah, we got a good handful of Pacific Northwest people here. Carry the egg to safety. Oh, geez. Okay. I'm assuming that stealthing is frowned upon. Yep. Sure is. All right. At least I was able to pick it back up from where I dropped it. Is combat frowned upon? What about... Yeah, okay. I'm going to have to grab it again. Do I count? I'm way northwest. You are northwest. I'd say you count. There's interesting people everywhere in this city. I recently watched a person walk down the road being followed by 3 seagulls and 5 or more crows. And they were like looking around like they did not anticipate, expect, or understand being followed by 3 seagulls and 5 or more crows. But there's no way that they like, I have to assume that that person has at some point in their life fed or cultivated a relationship with some amount of these seagulls or crows. I refuse to believe that it's just like an omen and that something real big is about to happen in their lives. Little person, big egg. Rinsing it in lava, apparently not a problem. Man, her back must be shredding. Used to live in BC about 20 years ago, Miss Victoria. Yeah. It's nice to be back. It's definitely expensive. I would never deny that, but it's nice. Beacon Hill ducks follow me around the park. Too cute. I like visiting the ducks there. There's lots of different animals you can find there. I like the fat squirrels. Some squirrels are more successful at squirrel panhandling than others. I love the fat pigeons here. Am I going to see the queen? Am I ready to go see the queen? What do you want? Do you want something that's more fun? Let me see here. Sure. Oh, I leveled up to 63 and I can see the end of my rested. I made a dent in it. Here, we'll get Convoke. It won't have its cooldown reduced until another point, but we can have it. Convoke time. I don't think I'm going to stream all the way until noon today. I have some notions about getting some exercise before... I think it's supposed to rain later. And I was going to wake up early and then work out this morning, and I did not do that. But if I skip it for the whole day, I'm going to regret it later. So let's get to... I need to convoke something, certainly. Oh, they're really taking me all the way to the life pools. Do a walking challenge with my son? Walk every day of April. That sounds like a great idea. I love all the different things I can find on walks. I look for kitty cats. I look for deer. I look for different and unique birds. I look for like cool gardens and fairy gardens and, you know, fun graffiti. Well, I can give you the lava beetles. Microwave myself a can of chili, added 3 slices of cheese and some crackers. You're ready to go. I need... Oh gosh, oh gosh. I came in here to turn in a quest, not to get more. What do you want? You want... Oh, it's one of those profession ones. Hi. Oh, you get a free dragon shard knowledge. Add some fries, so good. I bought a big bag of potatoes, which is a lot of pressure to make sure that I remember that I have a big bag of potatoes and that I use it before they start rotting and or sprouting. I mean, I could try and plant them, but I've fallen into that trap before. Sometimes you just need to eat the food that you buy. And yeah, this is not... I can't convoke on any of you people. I need to leave. I need like a rare or something like that. Have a good day. Gonna head out. See you later. How do we tell how close we are to the 4-hour mark to get the toy new to Twitch? On the top right-hand corner of the screen, there should be a little circular profile icon. You click on that, it's going to have a drop-down menu, and there should be a section titled Drops or Drop Inventory. And you click on that, and that'll take you to your Drops page. It should tell you what your progress is, Drops history, all that good stuff. All right, at this point, I'm just going to find a nice... Yep, it's not your lucky day. So you will cast things favoring your current shapeshift form. So if I want it to be cat stuff, I need to do stuff from cat form. Oh! Oh! And then that's what, a 2-minute cooldown? Yeah, 2 minutes I can use. 2 minutes I can handle. That is a little fun. That is a little bit fun. I think part of my trouble before is that I used to accidentally use it in the wrong shapeshift form, and then would find myself very much not doing anything that was particularly helpful to anybody. Well, it's Bubble Poppy down here. All right, I should take this character home. She should have a Hearthstone somewhere. I have a Toy Box Hearthstone. Sure. Take her home. Get her some new rested. We made it to 63. I'm probably going to keep leveling this. Maybe I will do time walking. Who's to say? But this weekend, we got 2 weekend streams. We're streaming Saturday. We're streaming Sunday. They are 3 hours each, at least. 9 to noon Pacific time. I will be back. Oh, I wonder if that's enough time to get this character to 70. She's at 63, but I'm not. I think it depends on whether or not I do time walking. I will be back then. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Keep an eye on my YouTube channel. I'm going to put out a news video first thing tomorrow morning, rounding up the news of the week. Appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.